Welcome to a guided tour of your LPL statement. So, with apologies to Julie Andrews, let's start at the very beginning, a very good place to start. LPL sends you a statement each month covering the last calendar month. The first thing you see is the grand total of your assets held at LPL on the last day of the month, and this is probably where most people stop reading. But we are going to keep going. For information only, you see the previous year-end value, and this will appear every month, January through December, and does not change. Next, you see the value at the beginning of the month. The next line shows the value of all additions or deposits you have made to the account this month, immediately followed by withdrawals, which are shown as a negative number. The next line, dividends, interest, and capital gains, includes all the income generated by your investments for that month. And we'll talk a little more about that when we get to the detail. Next is increase, decrease in market value, and this reflects the change in market price of all your securities, that is, stocks and mutual funds. It's a positive number if there is a net increase, and a negative number if there is a net decrease. The last line, ending value, is the sum of all the previous lines starting with the beginning value. Here are the details of the stocks that you own. This is a snapshot of your stock holdings at the close of market on the last business day of the month. It tells the name of the corporation, the number of shares you own, and the market price. Those last two numbers, multiplied together, tell you the market value. The cost basis column tells you how much you paid for the stock. Subtract this from the market value, and you see the gain or loss you would have if you sold the stock. It's a theoretical number, but it's important to remember that you may owe capital gains if and when you do sell. The final column is the estimated 30-day yield. This is a calculated number and does not tell you how much income your investment has yielded in the last 30 days. Instead, it tells you what your income would be if you held your investment for a year and what share of that you would receive over 30 days. It's related to the estimated annual income, which tells you how much your investment would provide over the course of a full year. The account activity summary tells you how money flowed into and out of your account. It does not provide detail on each transaction, but summarizes each type of transaction. If advisory fees have been paid during the past month, they will appear here. You'll have a short-term gain or loss if an asset you have held for less than a year has been sold. The gain or loss is the difference between what you paid for the stock or mutual fund and how much it was sold for. Lastly, I want to mention the 1099 form that you receive once a year, usually sometime in February. This is a document that contains the same information that LPL shares with the IRS. It's important for you to know that this should be shared with your tax professional. Don't worry if you mislay it. We can provide copies.